Hey, my name is PolishLynx, and as I promised, welcome to Sakura Succubus 2, because we finished Sakura Night 2. A lot of 2s. Yeah, let's start. Just that. The first one was cool. I hope to see a lot of Cosmos in the game. It was in my last year of high school that I had my first girlfriend. Him. In my case, it was actually primary school. Or actually maybe even kindergarten. But that didn't last long, as you can expect. Her name was Yuki. And she had very long dark hair and a stern, serious face. She wasn't athletic, and she didn't like talking to people. It was almost impossible to wring more than 5 words out of her at a time. In the end, my classmates learned to keep their distance. She was pretty, yes. But she wasn't worth their time. What? How dare they? Yuki's silence wasn't that of a shy girl. She was surely almost rude. Dismissive too. It seemed like she actively disdained all our classmates. And the human race in general. I thought she disdained me too. Until she confessed to me. Didn't see that coming, huh? Her confession surprised me, but it wasn't unwelcome. I was only 18 when it happened. And I was in my last year of high... Didn't you just say that? In my last year of high school. I'd never been confessed before, and I was flattered. He said this just a second ago, didn't he? It was his, first or second line. Yeah. It was my last year of high school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Six lines later, he repeats it. Why? Whatever. I mean, protagonists aren't too wise, so let's accept that. I accepted her confession, and after that we became a couple. We were almost always together. We walked to school in the mornings, and back home in the afternoons. We studied for exam in the library, and Yuki tried and failed to make me lunch on several occasions. What do you mean failed? We went on dates too. I can still remember one particular date we had in the countryside. It was an unfeasibly hot day, and cicadas chirped insistently in the undergrowth. It's actually super hot today. But there are no cicadas in here, so over at Poland at least. Yuki was wearing a sheer cotton dress with thin straps, her dark hair loose. She kept fanning herself, but it wasn't enough to ward away the instant heat. Yeah, I mean, she would need to literally do this constantly. Once you stop fanning, you are into hell again. Hello. In the end, she took off her wear sandals and waded out in the lake to cool down. I went in after her and splashed her with water. She didn't squeak in alarm, she wasn't very emotive, but she did splash me back. We got into a fight and Yuki's dress was soaked through. Nice. It clogged her body, accentuating her curves. Droplets of water rolled down the insides of her thighs, and she had to wring out her skirt like a sponge. I think about that moment a lot. Yeah, I can understand that. That might have been one of the happiest days of my life. I told Yuki as much when we were on the train going back home. She only tipped her head once I said, "Really? How curious!" Like a scientist overseeing some sort of experiment. It was an odd response, but Yuki had always been an odd girl. She was my girlfriend, but she didn't smile very much. She was an aloof, stoic person. But I found I didn't mind that very much. Her icy persona only made me feel more gratified when I was able to make her laugh. I never thought of dating Yuki before, but soon I became infatuated with her. I liked her a lot. Over time I think I grew to love her. But our relationship was short-lived. Soon it was time for us to graduate. Yuki went to a college overseas while I continued my studies in Japan. And what, because of that you ended it? Why? I mean, you could have try long distance, I guess. Or you could, you know, try transferring overseas as well. It's also an option. After that, I never saw her again. I only spent 3 months with Yuki, but I can remember that all in stark detail. If only she hadn't transferred into my school during our final year. Yeah, you would have no good memories, probably. Of high school then, I guess. Just like me. I actually don't have good memories of high school. I didn't enjoy my time there. If only she hadn't waited until last semester to confess to me. Wait. Okay, so she confessed to the final. Okay, so she transferred in the final year of her high school life. So she was only there for a year still. And she confessed half a year later. I mean, I would say it's normal. What did you expect? Right off the bat she would do that? First time she notices, oh, yes, let's confess. That would be ridiculous. Anyway, if only we'd had more time together. I mean, I pointed this out, but did you try after high school or no? Seems like no. So, I used to think about such things a lot when we first broke up. But I don't know. But I don't now. Okay, so you don't think it. Alright. Not often anyway. It's been more than 10 years since then, and I'm no longer a starry-eyed 18-year-old. I'm an adult. Right. I have a job and a very demanding boss. I'm so set up in work I haven't had the time for a new relationship in years, nor the time to sit and think about the old ones. I liked Yuki a lot, but that's in the past. I doubt I'll ever see her again. It's pointless to contemplate what's already past. I know that. So, why am I thinking about her now? For the past 7.5 minutes, more or less. That's because beneath the moonlight in the secluded Japanese garden, I think I might have found her doppelganger. Not her, definitely doppelganger, sure. You haven't fought her, you fought doppelganger. What is wrong with you? A woman stands before me wearing a yellow kimono. Her long black hair tumbles around her shoulders. She looks just like Yuki. In one hand she holds a red lacquered parasol. I can't see her face, but her shoulders and her hands are creamy white. She looks so much like Yuki, I can't help but stare. Is it really her? Maybe it's just the trick of the light, or lack of. I'm saying things. This woman can be Yuki. I haven't seen her in over a decade. She went off to study overseas. I mean, it doesn't mean she didn't return, it's been 10 years. She hasn't contacted me since we broke up. I mean, you broke up. For all I know, she could be anywhere. America, France, Italy. Hopefully actually not the first option. Actually, those are three places that I'm not much fond of. But yeah, the first option probably would be the most dangerous at the moment for her. Anyway, this can be Yuki. But if she's not Yuki, who is she? Why does she look so familiar? Excuse me? I call out the woman. My mouth feels dry as for I've swallowed a sock. I can't even imagine that. Excuse me, ma'am, are you alright? Oh, yes. I'm sorry if I startled you. I was just gazing the moon. It looks so pretty tonight. Do you not agree? Sure. Where is it? The woman turns her head. Fronts of her dark hair fluttering. And I see my disappointment, but not surprised that she isn't Yuki after all. She cute though. That probably goes without saying. I have no idea why I thought she might be. Given all the crazy things that have happened in my life lately, it's probably a good thing that Yuki isn't here. What? Why? What would my ex-girlfriend make of my tangled mess of romantic relationship? Dude, it's been 10 years. I'm not even sure what I think about all this madness. Tell me, young boy, what is your name? Hiroki, Ogasawara Hiroki. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hiroki's it. That's a nice name. It suits you. The one smiles pleasantly. My name is Hifumi. I'll be staying in this ryokan for a few days. I do hope I see you again, dear. I think we will get along quite splendidly. She's a succubus. Definitely. Oh yeah, it'd be nice getting to know you. That's what I say, but my voice is vague. Something about Hifumi makes me pause. She's not Yukia. But the feeling that I know, I probably will mess up this name. Or more, I should say, I will say one another version one time, and the other. But the feeling that I know her persists. Her name sounds awfully familiar too. Could it be? You're not the famous actress Yamamoto Hifumi, are you? Oh my! So you've heard of me. One does not like to brag. I know that I'm that famous. But yes, you are correct. I am Yamamoto Hifumi. I suppose I have appeared in a handful of movies. Hifumi's tone is humble and polite, but that makes her manifold accomplishments seem even more impressive. I think a handful of movies is something of an understatement. Hifumi is one of the most sought after actresses in all of Japanese cinema. She's been working from the tender age of 18, and she's been in the industry for 15 years. Nice. Hifumi's in her early 30s, but she doesn't look it. Yeah, you don't say, man. Her skin is flawless and devoid of wrinkles. Her body taut and supple beneath the folds of her kimono. She still gets asked to play the same sweet, wide-eyed, ingenuous roles that propelled her to fame all those years ago. She's starred in about 20 well-acclaimed movies, and that's not to mention her numerous appearances in TV dramas, talk shows, adverts, and so on and so on. She's so famous she's practically a national symbol of Japan. Everybody knows about Hifumi. I'm a big fan of hers. I've loved her for years. Hell, even my dad is a big fan of hers, and my mother too. Hifumi has wide appeal. She's loved by both men and women, adults and children. Understandable. Maybe that's because despite her good looks, she is very modest and polite, unfailingly appreciative of her fans, and softly spoken to boot. This can't be real. Are you really Yamamoto Hifumi? Are you? That is the name that my parents bequeathed me with, yes. Why? Hifumi inclines her head. Is there a problem with that? No. Oh, okay, the church bell. Why? It's not the hour. Whatever. Oh no, there's no problem. It's the opposite of a problem. Really. This is a bit embarrassing, but I'm a big fan of yours! I love your work! I can imagine actually they hear, like celebrities basically hear this. At least every day. Once every day for sure. If they are out. What? Really? Hifumi blinks, taken aback. I never thought I would find a fan of mine all the way out here. I must be more popular than I thought. Are you kidding? You are incredibly popular. You have whole websites devoted to you all over the net. Not that I frequent such sites, of course. I've certainly never looked at the Hifumi's feed wiki before. You're not just popular in Japan. You have fans all across the globe. I never thought I'd meet you face to face. That's incredible. I don't think I'm so incredible, really. I'm just a normal woman. But if seeing me makes you this happy, then makes me happy too. I do so enjoy bringing smiles to people's faces. You know, I kind of wish she wasn't a succubus. It would be more interesting, sort of. Anyway, that is why I became an actress in the actress in the first place. And you've done an amazing job. Keep at it, Hifumi. Of course. Hifumi bows her head. How could I not, when I have fans like you? Huh? I must admit, I've been in something of a slump recently. All the roles I have taken on have been so very similar. There is also that being stuck in the same basic pattern. I was beginning to worry that my career is stagnating. I came here to take a break so that I might re-evaluate what I wish to do in the future. But after hearing such kind words from you, I know that I cannot give up. I have fans who love me. I can see that clearly now. As such, it would be shameful of me to give up and abandon you all. What? Hifumi? I stared at my idol with the large, shining eyes of a child. I think I was a child when I first saw one of her movies. I would have been 14. Wait, you're 27? She was 30 something? Maybe 31? I guess makes sense. Because she started when she was 18, so you were 14, 4 years maybe? Okay. Maybe 15, okay. It would be no lie to say that Hifumi was one of my first loves. I even had a poster of her on my bedroom wall. Is it weird that I've never had posters on my walls until not so long ago? I mean, you can see 1 and 1/3 out of 4. Anyway, that was one of the reasons why I accepted Yuki's confession, actually. Wait, what? I'd always thought, with her long black hair and her pale skin, she looked a lot like Hifumi. That's why. I feel positively awestruck. But I can't afford to lose my senses. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I need to act fast and fast. Did I say act fast and fast? Save the game. And let's ask. Yes. What? I have neither a pen nor anything to write on, so that makes sense. Let's go. I'm sorry for me. I know you're on vacation, but I don't want to bother you, but I've loved you for a very long time. Why did you say it like this? I adore your movies under you, and well, I was wondering, could you possibly get your auto? I'm halfway through the question. Impertinent through it may be when a loud explosion steals me. Hold it right there! Huh? Huh? I whip my head around. Since it's late at night, I didn't expect to be interrupted by anybody else. But life has been doing its level best to surprise me as of late. It's been succeeding too. I stare, my mouth agape as I call him face to face. To face! With 2 girls I know very well. My current girlfriend. An annoying Caligo. Yes. It's Japan's #1 idol, Ikue Ayu. That's the annoying one. And where is the famous Sian haired cat ear wearing rapid pound model Cosmos, also known as best girl in Sakura Succubus 2. 1 actually, we don't know about 2 yet, but at least for now, best. This Ryokan is full to bursting with celebrities. If Wakatsuki Marina were here too, we'd have a full house. I mean, technically she is, but she isn't. I guess she must be in her room, sleeping. Okay. Being an ultra-famous businesswoman must be taxing. Note that I know I am hardly at Marie's level. Wherever I look, I'm surrounded by raw star power. I'm starting to feel very out of place here. I wonder when he will realize this. Also. Now, look here, you traitorous turncoat! I stopped finger my direction. You can't ask Hifumi for her autograph. You're supposed to be my producer. You're fraternizing with the enemy. What? Producer? Wasn't it just a photographer? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was just a photographer. Your producer. I don't remember that. He doesn't remember that. Since I met Ayu at her tropical beach retreat in Okinawa, it's a long story. Check Sakura Succubus 1. Playlist somewhere in the description. She's been determinedly calling me her cameraman. Exactly. I mean, photographer, cameraman, same thing. When did I get such a lofty promotion?
And you're my boyfriend! I don't want you flirting with other girls, not behind my back!
Sorry, Cosmos, but I wasn't flirting. I was just telling Hifumi how much I like her movies. I'm a fan.
Yeah. You were being so loud, I'm sure but in the Lord you can't hurt! You're not very subtle, Hiroki. Do you really have to make so much noise? Someone's phone is trying to sleep! What are you?
PolishLynx at you, perplexed.
We've been spying Hiroki since before he started talking to Hifumi. Then he'll come into my room at midnight, wake me up, and ask me if I want to keep tabs on him with you.
Wait, what? You guys were spying on me?
Yeah, so, what of it?
I tries to look indifferent, but her face is burning. For an idol, she's always been better hiding her real feelings.
You should be grateful that a cute girl like me is giving you the time of day, loser!
I mean, I'm happy that Cosmos is giving me the time of her day. So I've been demoted from the producer to a loser in the span of a few seconds. Such a success is such a fickle beast.
Anyway, it's not like I care who you flirt with. It doesn't matter to me one or another. You can do what you like.
Okay, see ya.
I just wish you do it a bit more quietly.
But you were still spying on me.
So what? You're a pervert, so I had to make sure you weren't going to harass Marina in her sleep or something.
Pretty sure Marina would actually not mind.
I'd sacrifice my sleep for the greater good. I'm like so nice and sweet. How can you not love me?
Easily.
Don't you, Cosmos?
What? I notice Cosmos in the side of her elbow, which makes her jump.
Yeah, I'm so cool. She's the best. I love her even more than I love sick hangovers and pooing. Clap, clap, clap.
I had to hide the sneaker behind my hand. There is something pretty funny about Cosmos' completely deadpan delivery. I knew she would do it like this. I mean,
huh?
I glowers me.
Are you adopting my cuteness, Hiroki?
No, not at all. Yeah, I think you're very cute. Yeah, I'm very noble.
Yes, indeed. I am perfect, aren't I? It's so nice. In fact, I'll even give you a few words of advice. You should stay away from that woman. Who? Me? Yeah, you might act sweet, but I know your game. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't get too close to Hiroki or she'll devour you.
Perhaps this news should concern me, but that doesn't sound so bad.
What? Why you?
I takes a step towards me. She's so heated, she's practically shaking with rage. I'm surprised steam isn't coming out of her ears.
How could you say something so scandalous? Is it enough that you have 3 of us to adult on you? You don't need any more. You're a bad boy, Hiroki. Your appetite cannot be sated.
But I don't mind that. If you're interested, you can use me however you like. I'm your girlfriend and I belong to you. No, you don't belong, but I understand.
Hey, Cosmos, no fair! No fair! Don't try to make any moves on Hiroki. I never gave you permission. Why should I need your permission? Hiroki's my boyfriend. He might be your boyfriend, but he's my producer before that. His duty starts me should come first.
Well, I got promoted again.
Oh really? But I've been lovey-dovey with Hiroki much more than you have. Biatch!
I recoils, her first burning.
That's work in progress. I want to take my time to claim Hiroki bit by bit. I'm not cheap and easy like you.
How dare you?
I'm an idol, not some rapid-bound bimbo, and I deserve to be treated accordingly. I'm not a bimbo, and Hiroki said he doesn't mind that I post my photos online. He supports me. If he supports you selling your body online for the side-willing masses he can't, he love you that much.
I mean, technically, the other one is doing the same thing if you think about it. If you remember the photo session from previous Sakura Succubus, that was basically going to be public, obviously. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, one goes to the internet, the other also goes to internet and also, you know, magazines and so on. Ah, never mind.
It's because he loves me that he supports me. Your cold heart wouldn't understand that. Oh, you bitch! Take this! No, you!
And Snow and Cosmos are bickering. Great.
Oh my.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Oh my, indeed.
I'm curious, Hiroki. What's your relation to these two naughty children?
That's a long story. Check out Sakura Succubus 1 if you want to know it. But I guess you could say the three of us have a very close personal connection. Or something.
Ah, I see.
Hifumi nods her head sagely.
You must get along well.
Yeah, you really think so?
Yeah, indeed. Iron Cosmos must love you a lot, or they wouldn't be bickering about you so. And if those two were not good friends, they would not be able to argue like this in the first place.
What? I kind of don't understand this trope. Why do people assume that if they are constantly arguing and so on, they are on good terms? It's ridiculous. And that definitely not healthy for both sides.
It must be nice to have friends like that. I've led quite the shelter existence myself, and I've never before partaken in such lively debates. It looks like a lot of fun.
I don't know about that. I can imagine me calling everybody a biatch or pulling their hair like I and Cosmos are. It doesn't suit her mature, refined image. I think you're perfect just the way you are with me.
That is quite a compliment. I'm sure if I'll be able to live up to your lofty expectations, but I shall do my best. As an actress, I would never want to disappoint my fans.
You couldn't. You're so kind and forgiving. Easy to talk to too. I don't know why Ayu seems to dislike you so much. It doesn't make any sense. In fact, I think she could stand to learn a few lessons from you. He truly is a protagonist. I mean, I bet he doesn't realize she's a succubus. Come to think of it. I and Cosmos seem to know Hifumi well. I even gave her a cute nickname, Hifumi. Would they address her by her first name if they'd never spoken before? Oh, he's onto something. As I'm pondering this, Cosmos and Ayu's yells continue to drift through the air. They're making such a commotion, I wouldn't be surprised if their cries woke the entire ryokan.
Now, what's all this?
And speaking of waking the ryokan, it looks like Marina is up and about. She's wearing her typical business attire despite the lateness of the hour, but her white hair looks a bit messier than usual. Not sure if that's true. Yawning, she presses her palm to her mouth, then looks around.
Ayu, Cosmos, it's too late for silly arguing. Stand aside.
But Cosmos said...
I don't care what she said, you leave her alone or I'll be forced to spin you again. You don't want that now, do you?
Ayu flinches and takes a few steps back. I guess she's remembering the time back on the beach when Marina delivered a volley of snubs against her defenseless rear. Yes, that happened. Technically, I could do... No, I don't think I will. No. If you want to see that, just check Sakura Succubus 1.
Now then.
Marina looks at Hifumi.
I didn't expect to see you here, Hifumi. It has been too long. Marina, it's good to see you too.
Hifumi offers Marina an elegant bow.
How have things been? They've been going well enough. I would ask about your affairs too, but I read about you solving the newspapers. It seems hardly necessary. Your career is booming. Hardly. You exaggerate.
Hifumi laughs lightly and waves one hand, as for trying to brush aside Marina's compliments.
In actual fact, I've been having some doubts about my career. I feel like I'm stuck in a rut, going through the motions. That's why I decided to come to the countryside. I thought it might help clear my head. I didn't know that you would be here for... Oh dear Ayu and Cosmos. This is a pleasant surprise. It feels like a family reunion.
Family, huh? Oh. His brain is working right now. If Hifumi regards Marina, Ayu, and Cosmos as family, then that must mean... You're not the Succubus too, are you, Hifumi?
One doesn't like to tell. A woman must have some secrets, you know. It adds to their lure.
Hifumi giggles. Yeah, come on, that expression just tells it.
But if you already know about Succubi, I suppose there is no point being coy about it. That is indeed correct. I am a Succubus. I am a member of the same clan that Marina, Ayu, and Cosmos hail from. They are like sisters to me. Ayu and Cosmos are my cute, temperamental younger sister, and Marina, well, I'm not sure if I regard her as a younger or an older sister. Certainly, I have lived more years than she, but I think she's even more talented than I. She's much better than I am at making people listen to her. Ayu never does what I tell her to. She always ignores me. It's really sad. That's because you're too soft. You need to learn to toughen up. If you don't, nobody will pay you any heed. You might be right about that. I was good at putting my foot down once, but now... I must have lived among humans for too long. I've become quite a pushover. Don't worry. I can teach you how to say no again. If you like, I'll give you extensive lessons, free of charge. Would you? That just might prove to be helpful. Thank you, Marina. Early, I'm glad to see you again. And of course, I'm glad to see you again too, Cosmos. Ayu.
Smiling lightly, Hifumi presses the palm of her hand against the top of Ayu's head, then she gives her hair a ruffle.
Stay out of trouble now. Don't get into any more fights with poor Cosmos. I'm glad you get along so well, but if you absolutely must vent your spleen, I think it might be better if you did it over a game of shogi.
Right.
Shogi?
Ayu glares at Hifumi.
What center do you think this is, you old granny? Nobody plays shogi anymore.
Oh boy. You know what? I think the teaching will begin in a few seconds. Yeah.
They don't? How sad then. Maybe you could play a game of Karuta instead. I heard that has become quite popular as of late. Yeah, right. As if I'd wanna play Karuta. Actually have a life, you know.
I have no clue what Karuta is.
No, stop ruffling my hair. You're going to mess that up. Does it matter? It's very late and you really should be in bed.
If you don't sleep enough. If you don't enough sleep? What? Jesus. You'll be cranky in the morning. I mean, she's cranky all the time. Come on.
Then you'll get into even more fights. Now please promise me you'll behave yourself in the future. I know you can do it. Who's a good girl? There.
Totally did not sound like she said it to a dog. Hifumi continues petting Ayu's head while Ayu's scowl grows more and more pronounced. Eventually Ayu's patience, which has never been the most plentiful, wears thin and she pulls Hifumi's arm off her.
Just leave me alone and drop this concerned big sister out you here. You're too old to be anyone's big sister. You're making me feel sick.
Are you? Marina stamps one foot against the ground.
Is that any way to talk to Hifumi? She's your elder and better. You should show her some respect. Respect your right.
Ayu spits on the ground. Ugh.
Why should I respect her when she's always looking down on me?
I mean, technically anyone should look down on you, let's face it.
She acts like a goody two shoes, but I know her game. Whenever there's a pretty boy in the vicinity, she loses her inhibitions. Now she's met Hiroki. She's not going to hold back. I'll give it 2 days until she's trying to free with him. There's no way I will act all nicey with a woman like that. You watch yourself, Hiroki.
Ayu shoots me a serious look.
Now Hifumi's got you in her sights. She'll do anything she can to make you hers. Just don't give in to her provocations.
I already gave in.
No matter what happens, you're still my producer. And I'm not going to give you up that easily. Huh.
With that, decisive Ayu stalks away. Her long twin tails sway behind her, as does the frilly hem of her pink dress. Hifumi watches her depart, her brow furrowed.
Goodness me.
It seems she dislikes me just as much as always. I had hoped she might change her tune after all these years, but I suppose not. It is vexing, but I still love my younger sister. I'll do all I can to repair our relationship. I might be a pushover, I can be very persistent at times. I won't let anybody disregard my love. Oh boy. After the debacle with Hifumi, I return to my room to sleep. I feel exhausted after everything that's happened, and I fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow. And that is the sign to end the episode. That was interesting. And we also immediately jumped into a fight between them. Also interesting. Anyway, we've begun Sakura Succubus 2. We'll continue tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye bye.